Hello, all. Welcome back to What's On Tonight, a podcast with elaborate, quirky, and unpredictable conversations about TV, movies, and more. I'm Becky.
And I am Mandy.
Who now has an AARP card.
Shut up, Becky!
Tonight we are coming to you with another special episode. We have with us today Carly. Carly runs the Pitt Fan Page and is the one who has been so kind and gracious to help us get so many of the wonderful interviews that y'all have had a chance to hear with people involved with the show. So welcome, Carly. We are super excited to have you.
Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. We've been trying to get this together for a while, and schedules and life has been disrupting us, but we are here together tonight. We're going to have fun. So let's dive right into our questions. Mandy, you've got the first one.
Yeah. So did these questions come from the fan page, or?
This is my question that I've been dying to ask forever.
Okay, me too. So this is the question that Becky and I have both wanted to ask Carly for a very long time. You have a great relationship with a lot of the cast, directors, and producers from the show. Can you tell us a little bit about those relationships and how that came to be?
So I originally had a page for another show, and that included Noah Wiley and Relay and a lot of other people that's on this show right now.
Now tell us who Malay is.
She is the real life nurse that was on both the previous show and this show.
Okay.
And really one of the most amazing people you ever really meet and talk to.
Very cool.
And, so there's like the costume person, Lane Powell. She was also on the other show. So I kind of migrated from that show to this show to kind of stay with them and help them out.
Well, that is awesome.
Thanks.
Do you know her in real life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I met her last summer and Noah a couple of years ago under circumstances that was going on.
I need to meet her. We need to talk to her. Does she still practice?
Yeah, she does like living assistant places. She kind of like helps out with getting people into those places.
Oh,
and
wow.
She goes down to Burbank to work on Warner Brothers every so often.
So she works on other shows too?
Well, just in the Pitt.
Do you know, I found out recently, do you remember Bonnie Hunt? She was the mom on, oh gosh, I'm trying to think. She was the mom in a ton of movies in the 90s. She was everywhere. Yeah, she's a nurse too. She works as a volunteer nurse in clinics and things like that. I just learned that this week.
Yeah, and Jordan also is a real life nurse, and he's a really amazing guy. I've never met him before, but really nice.
That's just one of the things I've found really cool about this process is how many people involved in this show are also somehow involved in the medical industry.
So you have a pretty good relationship with Mr. Noah Wiley, and being a big fan of his, can you just tell us a little bit about what it's like knowing him personally and just kind of what kind of person he is?
He's one of the most genuine, awesome person I've ever met in my life. And when I met him through a circumstance that was happening a couple of years ago, he really stepped in, and I really appreciated that. And, he made sure everything's okay when stuff was going on. And he's just really been a good supporter and wanted to see me succeed in the stuff that I'm going to be doing coming up. And I'm just really grateful for all that he's done for me.
Well, that's awesome. I love how everyone we talk to been involved with him in some way. Everybody says the same thing. He's just an amazing soul. So you guys, especially those on the Pitt Fan Page, keep pushing Carly. Tell her we need Noah on our show. So
Becky, quit trying to shoot your shot with this married man. You are married.
Don't say it like that.
I'm just saying, Becky.
I'm editing that out because you're going to make this man not want to come on the show.
I think that if he's listened at all,
I'm pretty sure he hasn't. But he's probably going to listen to this one because he knows Carly.
And I feel like that.
So we're keeping it clean.
At
I'm
that
cutting
point,
you off every time you try to say
okay,
something.
run, Noah.
Be on my good side. So don't
Run, Noah. I'm
Run
not
towards the
saying.
podcast.
I'm not saying she has like a room in her home prepared to keep him hostage, a la
God.
Misery,
Thank you.
Kathy Bates and Misery. Just saying.
Oh. My husband's currently there right now, but I am looking for a replacement. Anyway.
I heard a rumor that Becky calls it the love pit, but I'll leave it at that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so
And so, like, when he got the announcement about the start of the Walk of Fame last week, I was so proud of him, proud and honored to got to know him and to finally see all the good stuff happening for him. And I'm really, so excited for him.
he has earned that and so much more. And I am telling you, if that man does not win an Emmy this Emmy season, I will riot.
So many people say that. I'm like, we'll do it 2 a.m.
You know what I find inspiring about this renaissance that he's having at this point and this massive success that the pit turned out to be? Jokes aside about AARP, I really did get my AARP card today. I'm turning 50 in 6 days. I'm not handling it so great. Normally I love my birthday, but for whatever reason, 50 is really messing with me. But I find inspiration from people like Noah, and I listened to the Amy Poehler podcast with Idris Elba this past week. And he had this quote on there, and he truly meant it. And in his life, it really is true. He's like, my life didn't get great until I was in my 50s. And people like that, I find that just so inspiring. The people that have these later in life, not late in life, because we're still, 50 these days is a lot younger than it used to be. And I love seeing people like that have new adventures going on, and that they just they keep everything fresh. They keep motivated to grow and learn. And it just, I don't know, it gives me hope. It gives me a lot of joy to see people in their 50s that are, finally having their life's work pay off for them.
Yeah.
I love how your birthday's in 6 days and mine's in 9 days.
Ooh.
Oh, very cool.
That's Michael's birthday. Yeah. I am not a Cancer, but I'll read my horoscope. I hate how seriously people take horoscopes.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah. No, I just mean it I used to read my horoscope all the time. I think it's fun, but I just think people take it way too seriously. And I have nothing in common with Cancers.
I'm a Libra.
Sorry, but I do.
And I have everything in common with a Libra.
Yeah, I am nothing like they say Cancers are supposed to be. But anyway.
I try to be that way sometimes. Sometimes I think sensitivity is the best of me.
All right, so next question, Carly. So what drove you to want to start the Pitt Fan Page, and what do you attribute to the absolute insane success that you're having with the page?
What kind of brought it was just the changes I knew for when certain things were going on in the previous show. It was just time to make some changes, and then I just felt it was right, and the timing was right, and I did the other show for 6 years before I walked away. And so I kind of felt I wanted to keep that going and help Noah out and some bunch of other people, and just kind of try to bring more opinions to the Pitt page and just, having some good times.
You work hard.
You really do. The content that even when the show's on hiatus, I'm still loving your page and finding articles and things, funny stuff, regular stuff that we're able to share just to kind of keep that interest going. And, you mentioned that you work hard to help promote the success of the show.
When you said that about a lot of stuff I do, to probably try to make was making a joke to me. It's just like, yeah, you gotta keep on making the content. I'm like, dude, I need to get to 50 before the new episode starts.
You're doing a great job, and we appreciate you because you've brought a lot of fans to us through our coverage of the Pit, and a lot of those fans have stayed with us as we're moving on to cover new things until the Pit comes back. So thank you so much for that.
I also want to give you kudos. I find inspiration in your work ethic with your page. For my other podcast, Dinner for Her, I'm had a rough few weeks, so I've not been doing as much on there, but I use you as inspiration to like go out and find things to talk about that, in between episodes, and to keep posting interesting content to keep people looking at the page. And I learned that from you. So you've really changed mine and Becky's life, and we owe you a lot.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I try, sometimes it's hard when some people take advantage of that and they kind of ruin it, but I try to do the best I can every day.
And you are.
You have a big heart, and I know that it's hurtful when people can trample on that sometimes, or take advantage, or misconstrue what your motives are. But just take it from us. We will always have your back. We always appreciate you, and we will never take for granted that you really did change our lives by being as collaborative.
You absolutely made our podcast stronger, and we really are grateful.
Yeah. You're very welcome. I appreciate, and everything you guys do and all the support and stuff. It really means a lot.
Oh, heck yeah.
All right. So question 3. We have a fan question, first one, from Alicia Not So Graceful. Hi, Alicia, same.
That's a great name.
Yes. Becky and I definitely can relate. Neither one of us are ballerinas.
Nope.
Via the Pitt Fan Page, speaking of, who wants to know, what's your favorite scene ever from the Pit? That's a great one.
I like it.
Yeah, it really is. And I have a lot of them, but one of them is that really kind of affected me, and I kind of always screw it up. So I hope I don't this time. It's the thank you, I love you, I forgive you, do you forgive me? And that really hit home for me, especially with all the stuff I've gone through. And so to hear that, and I've kind of even used that in the recent passing of a friend of mine a couple of months ago. And I just kept replaying that thought in my head over and over, like, did I do good? Did I do okay?
Yeah, that's so sweet.
That's beautiful, Carly.
That was a great scene.
Tell us a couple of others.
The scene like where Santos and Whitaker are in the room when she finds out he's been staying upstairs.
Aww.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Shabana and probably in the elevator when they were starting to come back out, and pretty much anything with Dana does. Catherine is really so cool and amazing. I love how supportive she is, not only with the cast and crew, but with me as well. And I always thought it's so cool how she always will respond to stuff and say things. I'm like, okay, like I see you.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this next question is a big one.
Uh-oh.
Who is your favorite character on the show and why?
Want me to do a male and female?
Sure.
It's so hard because, like, with Noah always said, like, I can't ever pick a favorite. I can't do that. It's not fair. That's kind of how I feel.
It's like your kids. You can't pick a favorite, but we all know in our heads which one of our kids is the favorite.
My favorite kid changes every day. I tell my kids all the time. My favorite kid depends on which one I'm not pissed off at that particular moment in time. So it fluctuates.
I always say my mom, I'm the favorite one. I'm the last one, so of course I'm the favorite one.
Well, probably are the baby.
I am my parents' favorite, so I don't even have to question that. But that's not necessarily something to be proud of.
Well,
I'm the only one that's not gone to jail.
I'm my dog's favorite, and that is also the bar in my family too. Usually, Becky.
Okay, sorry, Carly. Back to you. Who is your favorite character and why?
Landon, Patrick, Ball.
Really?
Amazing.
All right, Dish.
Kid, he also always would reply to my comments and this and that, and like kind of talk about things and DMs, like what's going on in the show and this and that, And he's really cool. I have a lot of respect for him. And starting out and starting out doing pretty amazing. He was on the Emmy predictions and stuff like that, and that didn't normally happen when you first started out in the business. So that and I'm gonna hate me for this. I'm just gonna say Fiona, Catherine, and Shabana, Soprano, all those characters.
Their character. Okay, so you like Patrick as a person. He's like one of your favorites as an actor. But as far as like the character, who stands out to you as your favorite?
Well, Landon, for sure.
Langdon. Okay, gotcha.
That surprises me.
That surprises me too. That's not one you hear a lot, and I like it.
I like Between too, and I like, Dana, and I like Robbie, and I like all of them. I can't help it.
You can't pick just one.
Mm-hmm.
I can, and it's Mel.
Well, everybody knows I'm Santos 24/7, ride or die for that crazy.
Every single playful comment for it is because it's just so bizarre. I love it. I love it. Design her character. And actually, someone got an autograph from her. They give to me, so it's actually cool.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Well, when we get to meet Noah and he and I take a photo together, I'll make sure to send you one.
From the Love Pit. Thank you. No, that's called evidence, Becky, and I want no part
he's
of
not
it.
that is not a look of despair. That is a look of love on his face.
Proof of life. All right.
Okay, moving on.
Prayers and stuff, my stuff. No one does that. I'm the same way. I've told someone, like, if he ever does something, I'm going to show the video of him knowing the walk of fame thing. You know how you felt? Don't be doing it to me.
That's funny.
All right. So we have another question from a listener, Vicky. Ikaza, I hope I'm saying that right, Vicky. 983 wants to know, do you think Mel and Langdon are in game?
No.
Same.
Yeah, I don't see that
totally
at all.
Two different characters, and I don't really see them breaking up in marriage. But no, not really.
I ship them as like a mentor mentee friendship relationship. I love it. I think those two, especially Langdon, I think he has a lot to learn from Mel. And obviously, as a strong physician, she has a lot to learn from him. But I do not want to see them as a couple. It would not make sense. It would throw me off with the show.
I read an article where, oh gosh, what's her name? The girl that plays Mel. What's her name? The actress's name?
Taylor Dearden.
Taylor Dearden. I read an article with Taylor Dearden saying that she has the feeling at this point that Mel is actually asexual, which makes total sense. Like in her mind, she said that that's how she feels. And there are a lot of people in the world who are. So she may be one of them. I just don't get, I don't know. I almost feel like, and I don't want to shame anybody for asking that question, because there's a lot of people that like to think about that possibility, but I'm with Becky and I think Carly, and just feeling like that would almost cheapen their characters to make it romantic. That the beauty of their relationship is more about the yin and yang of their friendship. And Mel being who she is, like Carly said, I just don't see her breaking up a marriage.
No.
And Victoria, totally, absolutely. I would love to see those two together.
Who? Say that again.
What's his name? Jalen Thomas Brooks' character's name? Mantos is.
Oh, him and
Victoria.
Yeah.
That I ship. I ship that all the way home.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see, but not Landon and Taylor. But no.
Yeah.
Well, that segues into a very interesting. It's not a question I had, but I'm going to ask it. What are some things that you would like to see happen in season 2?
Less crying.
Less crying.
Cool. I do not think we're going to get that.
I think that their end game is to wring as much emotion out of us as humanly possible. So I don't think we're going to get that. But any characters, arcs that you'd like to see further explored? I know they're bringing in some new characters.
And some of the new people that are coming in for the show are really super nice. I welcome them to the page and everything. Some of them followed, and they're really nice. One was from Breaking Bad. I can't remember his name. So sorry if you're listening to this, but so it's really cool to see new people coming in.
Yeah, I want to see more of what was the woman that was the night shift nurse that came on that was one of the ones that was really straight shooting with Santos about.
Oh my gosh, what's her name? She has been cast for season 2,
Oh, that's awesome. I
but
liked her a
I'm drawing
lot.
a blank on her name, and I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she was great. Yeah, we've done 2 other shows since then, since the end of the first season. So my head's all jumbled up with new character names now.
I know, all
And
I can think is Nikki and Chloe.
Yeah.
And none of the
Yeah.
above are named
Yeah.
Nikki and
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I could not remember anyone's character's name at all. I could remember Amy Lynn's character. I couldn't remember a lot of people. In the last
Yeah.
2 episodes, I remembered everyone, names of everything. I'm like, of course. So I had to keep it going.
Well, Carly, as you rubbed in before we got started, you are 19 years away from getting your AARP card, so you don't have an excuse. I'm an old lady.
You young buck.
Oh my
That's-
god.
I'd like you to start referring us as Mimi and Gigi from now on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Meme on peep, meme on meme.
I don't know. I think I might be a peepaw.
I have enough hair growing on my chin these days. I might be a peepaw.
Dude. Oh, let's not even go there.
Yeah, nobody
Carly,
needs it. We
just
don't want to
to-
scare Carly
No, I am going to scare you because be prepared
for her future.
Yeah, I always tell anyone who knows me, if I'm in a coma, you better make sure my face is freshly plucked or waxed on the regular. Because if I wake
Same.
up looking like Paul Bunyan, somebody's going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I used to see those old ladies, sometimes at the grocery store, church, or whatever, and they'd have like almost a full beard, and you'd be like, how does that happen? I know now. I know how it happens.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I apologize to all of those ladies I really judged back in the day because
Yeah, at a certain point you just get tired of it and you're just like, screw it. I'm Abe Lincoln now. I have a chin
see, I
strap.
can't. I try to
I have not
screw
done
it,
I
and
have not
then,
done I can't stand it.
and then I'm like, ooh, especially
Yeah.
when you go out in the sun and you pull the visor down on your car and
Yes,
you're
and they're
like,
there
whoa,
glinting at you.
Yeah.
But enough about our
facial
hairiness.
hair.
Yeah. This isn't a question, but there was a kind. Do what, Carly?
I love that. Sorry. Okay.
We got Carly. We tickled her.
Yeah.
This is not a question, but this is a kind note from Wakeboard Girl who wrote on was this on the Pitt Fan Page, Becky?
Yes.
She wrote on the Pitt Fan Page, you do so well at running this account. Agreed, Wakeboard Girl. We absolutely adore Carly and just the hard work she does, and it's really inspiring.
And a shout out to Wakeboard Girl. We used one of her questions with our interview with Jeanette, and I got a message from her on Instagram right before we jumped on here where she was like, thank you so much for using my question.
Oh,
And
you're welcome.
she's like, I'm just now listening to the interview. So very cool.
Yeah. Speaking of which, man, I want to take a moment here and tell you, Carly, personally, like everybody that we have talked to, it's been so cool. Like they've been just cool people. They're just really Alex Metz. She's now one of my Facebook friends. I am so inspired by the work, the activism that she does, and her integrity as a person. All of them have just been Crystal.
Crystal,
She is
Crystal
such a
McNeil.
sweetheart. But talking to Jeanette, actually getting to speak to Myrna, like Myrna is one of my all-time favorite characters. I think I've told you this before. I used to volunteer in nursing homes. Like I have always been friends with elder. Like right now, one of my best friends in the world is an 81-year-old woman. Like I have always had a fondness for older people. And she reminds me so much of one of the ladies that used to sit in, she reminds me of my mom and my aunt in some ways. My aunt's more so than my mom, but she also reminds me a lot of one of my favorite ladies that used to come to the bingo game that I ran at a nursing home near me, Miss Maddie. And she's just, I love that character of Myrna is one of my all-time favorites in probably TV history. So getting to talk to Jeanette, that was like if Becky got to talk to Noah Wiley one day for me. Like, and to find out she is so cool in real life and she is just a hoot and she's so inspiring and she's lived such an interesting life and she has so much experience. Like, man, I just talking to Myrna, I can't even tell you how grateful I am for you that we got that opportunity.
You guys once got her. I didn't say nothing. You guys did that.
Well, if we hadn't had the fortunate opportunity to talk to Crystal, Supriya, Alex, Justin, and
Justin, I left you out, man, when I was listing the cool people that we talked to. You were amazing. You're just like, man, I'm just so honored. Anyway, go ahead. I didn't mean to
but if we hadn't gotten that foundation built where people and I love Ambar's out there too, working hard.
How did I forget you?
Working to get us some production and like makeup and hair people to come on and talk. And a lot of people are saying, oh, that's not really our thing. We're kind of nervous to come on and talk. And they're like, oh no,
the bar is not.
They're complete. No, not that. It's just they're completely different. They're very cool and very chill. And that
we're very
you laid the foundation for us to get these people and to build this rapport and this, what's the word, reputation of being cool people, fun people to talk to. And that's growing. That's, how we ended up getting to talk to Myrna. So we owe you a lot. We really, really do.
Yeah. It's been an adventure.
I'm actually going to be meeting Justin in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be going
to
California.
Man, give him a big hug.
Will you wrap your arms around him and give him the biggest squeeze and tell him it's from Becky and Mandy? And we expect he promised he would come on and do an episode with us next season. And we are holding him to that. And we also want him to host next season's Pitt Awards.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really been absolutely amazing. That's why I also did that post last night, because I was kind of nervous about it. I'm not going to lie about it. I was a little nervous about putting Joey's name into the show, but I knew that Noah knew what he was doing, and I trusted him with anything because he's, one of the best people. And so when I saw this and Justin reached out to me and started talking to me, I was like, okay, this is really cool. Okay. He had such compassion and sensitivity to the story and stuff. It was really amazing and heartwarming to see. I was nervous it was going to be some guy like, okay, let's just get this done, but he was like the complete opposite. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah, he talked about that. We asked him in our interview, what kind of history he was given about the character and whatnot. And when he learned what the story was, he said he was just absolutely proud and
you could really tell it meant a lot to him. He was visibly like a little bit emotional when he talked about it, which oh man, he's good people. You're gonna that's so cool that we get to meet him in person.
I'm so yes, please give him a hug for us and tell him we love him. So you guys, you're going to LA? You live in LA, right?
I wish. It makes things so much better and easier now if I'm in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Are you in Southern California?
No, in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. I'm
sorry. Sorry, I thought you were in California.
No, I wish I was.
So you're meeting up with Justin. Do you have anything in the works where you're going to get to see any of the other previous casts or new cast or anything coming up?
Yeah, it's a little bit, like kind of a mix a little bit and stuff. I don't know.
Okay, very good. So we've got your fan page, which is the Pitt Fan Page, and you are on Facebook and Instagram. So please, if you have not liked or followed her page, please go and do so. Because, like we said, you're going to get some just amazing, amazing content. But what else? Do you have any projects in the works that you want to share? Any fundraising or anything you want to, we can get out to our listeners?
So the history of Joseph Marino was someone who was on a previous TV show, and he was on it for 12 seasons. And when he needed the help and stuff, I didn't know what was going on at the time. And so when he moved to LA, back to Los Angeles, that's when I knew what was going on. And so after he passed, one of the things he wanted me to do was write a book and get a story out there. And so I am on the second draft right now on the book, and I'm hoping to get it released next year. And I'm also going to be doing the documentary.
Wow,
wow.
Carly.
Thanks.
So you're going to document his story.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And that is the character that Justin Wade played, Joseph Marino.
You know what's funny? And I didn't even know what the background story was. No one ever told me that. And so when I heard it on the interview, I was like, what? Like, how is Joey an army vet? What?
Yeah.
I just laughed at that.
I thought it was cool that they had so much backstory.
Yeah,
I
he's
loved
really
it.
cool. Yeah,
But they had to explain a brainworm somehow.
So you're writing a book as well. What's that like?
really, really exhausting. And
Yeah.
you try to figure out what to say, not to say, and there's certain things that you gotta make sure to leave out or reword, so it's not like finger pointing and stuff like that.
Very cool. So a documentary in the works and a book in the works, all about the story of Joseph Marino. And do you have a link to any page about Joseph or anything like that we could share in our show notes that listeners could go follow and click on to see his story?
So I do have an article in Man in America that had like over 30,000 views. And then the funny thing is, I actually wrote that article a week after I spread his ashes. And so I didn't really know a lot to really write, but I wanted to get it out there. And so a year later now, I know so much more and stuff. So it's really nice to have that as a backup. And so I do have Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, like pretty much anyone that you can think of. And I'm actually trying to work on a website right now, trying to recreate that and get that back up.
Wow.
So you said there was a link to an article
Mm-hmm.
that you wrote. Can you share that with us?
And Death of Joey Marino.
Say Back in America?
Mad in America.
Mad in America.
I'm at you, and I'm kidding.
I've found it before, Becky. If you want me to, I can send it. I can find it.
Send me the link, because I it's a tragic but really telling story, and I think it's an important story, and I know how important he was to you and to a lot of the other people with the show. So we'd love to get the word out, and then just keep us updated on the book, the documentary, what we can do to help, any of that stuff. So let us know. And do you have any other social media links that you'd like us to share with our listeners?
No.
Okay. There. So we'll make sure to share the Pitt Fan page, and I'll make sure to post this link. Mandy, thank you for just got it. She sent me the link to the article about Joseph. And if there's ever anything else that you want us to share or pass on, just please let us know.
Yeah, and I know that people say, like, well, does it happen to everybody? It's true. It doesn't. And my message to it and stuff is really, do research. I'm not finger pointing. I'm not putting the blame. Just get more by true informed consent than just prescribe. That's all it really kind of matters to me in all of this. I'm trying to get Joey's story out there.
Yeah.
You mean like over prescription of drugs, like
Yeah.
yeah. I had a friend, I may have told you this story before, but one of my friends' son-in-laws, they've been married to their daughter forever and was great husband, great dad, and he got in a wreck and ended up having to take several. He was just recovering from that, had major surgery, and then got in rear-ended and was massively injured in another wreck and ended up on so many medications that at one point when it got to the worst, I mean, they were worried he was going to kill himself. They just didn't know what was going to happen. It was bad. And one day they found him wandering down a major highway with in his bathrobe with a roll of toilet paper. And that's when they finally got somebody to look at all of the drugs that he was being prescribed by all of these different people. Finally got it all under control. And the last 10 years of his life have been the best. Everybody was expecting he wasn't going to make it. So it's very serious and very real.
Yeah, and he didn't want this to be a story. He didn't want this to be a ending. He was just looking for help. And
Yeah.
when he started getting those ideations in akathisia, he didn't know what, and that's when the polypharmacy began, and that's
Yeah.
what led to what happened.
Yeah.
Well, it's very true to your character to have so much compassion and care for someone and to work so hard to tell their story and inform other people who might be, you never know who might be struggling with the same kind of things, and just hearing this story can help. So
Yeah.
I know it's not easy for you to talk about, but we greatly appreciate you opening
Yeah,
up and sharing with us.
at the beginning, how weird. I'm like, okay.
It's not weird. It's a very emotional thing for you, and when you love people and you lose people, it's difficult to talk about. Never be afraid to show your emotions, especially with us.
Yeah.
We're gigantic balls of ever changing emotions. So your
Yeah,
family, lady, your family.
thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
So it's like, a couple months ago back in April, I lost another friend who was also been so harmed, but he had a rare brain disorder, and that's what initially took his life. And it was so quick and so fast, and that's why it took so long to get to this interview, because it was just so quick, and I had no idea he was even in the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's been like a really good long roller coaster, but I think I'm finally at that point that I can talk about it and say this is what it is and then be okay. And that's finally, good for it to be happening.
I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, and I actually got a tarot reading card done a couple of days.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm kind of a little bit on and off about it and stuff. Like, I don't fully believe in it. And I also still kind of wanted to know. I just kind of wanted to see. And this woman was so right on, so right with me that it's like, holy shit.
Wow.
I say, if you're at the right place to go through the door, you're going to be there, you can do this. I'm like, shit, fine, I'm doing it. Let me go, jeez.
Aww.
So now if you're listening, let's do this.
That's fascinating. I always find all of that stuff so interesting.
Yeah, I was a little bit iffy with it, but a few friends of mine did reading and like so spot on with it that I was like, okay, I'll try it. And then it was really incredible. Like, I actually called Justin 30 minutes after I did it. I was like, dude, I'm like, I just got my shirt.
Well, good for you. Well, is there anything else that you want to discuss or share before we start wrapping up?
No, I'm good.
You will definitely be hearing more from Carly when season 2 amps up of the Pit. We are hoping that you will come back on and guest with us for another episode, and we'll definitely be sharing stuff from her page and whatnot. So we will all be keeping in touch. So we just thank you so much, Carly, for coming.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming on. We've been really excited to get to have a conversation with you, and we appreciate you and can't wait to see what happens next.
And thank you for having me. I really am, like, I'm still thrilled and proud of all the cast and crew. They worked their butt off first season, and I can't wait for the season to start going.
I'm
Us
excited.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very excited.
And I have, I felt respect for all the stuff behind the scenes, so seeing all of it really amazing.
Yeah, she's got the inside scoop, but she's not dishing. She won't tell us.
That's how she keeps that scoop.
Yeah, that is maybe another thing I can learn from Carly.
Oh, man.
Before we sign off, we got a note from our awesome friend and listener, Linda, on our finale coverage of The Better Sister. Okay, so this is from YouTube, and she says, I enjoyed this episode. It does look like a season 2 could happen. Maybe it's up in the air. Thank you for the nice mention of me. By the way, I live in Alabama. Originally, I lived in Pittsburgh. I moved to Alabama to be near my family, and I have 5 grandchildren living near me. I have 1 granddaughter living in Nashville. I'm up there to visit her a couple of times with my daughter and son-in-law. Okay, Linda, Chicago, we were way off with Chicago, but
I don't know where we got that.
I don't either, but the next time you're in Nashville, we better be hearing from you.
Yes, ma'am.
And she says, I love my hometown, Pittsburgh. That's why I watch The Pitt. I kept watching it because it's a great show. And both her children were born at Allegheny General Hospital.
Aw.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's very cool.
I just wanted to share that. So
yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad that I don't know where. I think I just completely made the Chicago thing up whole.
We be doing that.
Yeah, we do. But Alabama's even better. And knowing you come up to Nashville all the time, Linda, we got to meet you and take you to lunch one day.
We'd love to take you to lunch.
Our treat.
Mandy's treat.
I got that sweet podcast money.
Well, when I do my book tour, I'll try to get to where you guys are at.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, hopefully. Like, I don't know how that's going to work, but,
Nashville's a pretty cool place.
It is, and we'll take care of you. So, yeah. Come visit.
That's how it is on New Orleans. Joey has some friends like, why, it's not so bad. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's horrible there. I'm not going down Joey's old streets. I know how it is over there.
Where? New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love New Orleans. I love visiting. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but I love visiting.
I'm good.
I hear you. All right, that wraps up our interview with the absolutely amazing Carly. Next, we are going to begin coverage of Showtime's Dexter Resurrection.
I'm so excited.
I won't be there.
That's why I'm excited.
I set myself up for that.
You sure did. We
talked about what we're doing after Dexter.
Yeah, we did. But we could talk about it now too.
We're going to do Welcome to Derry, the new Stephen King series based on the town Derry where it was set. God, we've got so many fun things we're already brainstorming about that one. I'm actually not going to be on the Dexter show. I can't.
I tried.
Dexter's too stressful for me, man. I watched a couple of episodes and I can't do it. It's too much gore. It's just the idea that, stuff like that could happen in real life. I like my horror to be a little bit more supernatural, but
I do have some great guests.
Yeah, I'm going to be listening for sure. Even if I'm not watching the show, I'm going to be listening because the great guests you've got lining up are all really, really cool people.
I'm very excited. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And then, like Mandy said, we'll be doing Derry. And then after that,
back in the pit.
To the pit.
Back in the pit, baby. Becky and Mandy, Carly in the pit.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. I'm Becky.
I'm still Mandy.
And I'm still Carly.
Love it. We'll catch you next week when we grab the remote and see what's on tonight. Bye.